Welcome to the Joseph Hussein YouTube channel. Causing anxiety since 2019. I am your host, a soulless text-to-speech bot scripted by one of the genius masterminds behind this channel, and today we will be reading off an essay, also by the same genius mastermind, on why Yukari from the anime series Girls und Panzer is the ideal female specimen. Before we start, I would like to say this video is not for most kiddos, so if you are not old enough to play GTA, you should not be here, so frick off. First off, in a series titled Girls und Panzer, it is already boasting the two most appealing factors to any male, German tanks and girls. Now, I'm no weeb, but if you dislike this show or the previously mentioned factors, statistics show that you are most likely a beta male or worse, gay. Despite many of the, let's say, exaggerated combat physics and titties in the show and films, there are many good historical references and vehicles alongside them. For example, look at this A36 tortoise formatted in nightmare fuel mode. Or this P1000 accurately portrayed as a worthless piece of shit that belongs in an amusement park and not the fucking front lines. Beyond just those references in a single scene, there are many more, considering the fact that all tanks used in the series are real tanks that actually saw service, or at the very least became prototypes. But I am getting ahead of myself. It is 3:16 AM and I am still working on the script, and I promised the others I would get this video out today. Scheisse. Now moving on to the actual topic of this video, why Yukari is the ideal female specimen. The obvious reason that sticks out to most people, such as I, is that they are passionate about tanks and tank design. Or as most people not as affiliated with World War technology would call it, obsessed. But YouTube isn't giving me demographics yet, so I am going to assume that most of you are tank-obsessed demi-verabos like me. I swear I was this close to scrapping the script when my mic broke, thank God Almighty for text-to-speech. Also, you guys can't take my voice out of context using this video. Laughs victoriously. Continuing with my presentation, since Yukari is such a tank enthusiast, she automatically has an attraction magnitude 10 times that of your favorite porn star. I mean, if a girl as thick as her owns that many models of German AFVs, my erection might turn into the best alternative for composite armor. Now onto my second point, Yukari can cook. Getting women who can cook a great meal in this upcoming generation will be no doubt a challenge. I don't mean anything sexist, but traditional values do see it as an important duty for women when caring for a family, and sadly many children won't be receiving the proper parenting in the upcoming decades because of this false progress. Luckily for Tank World, where schools are able to maintain entire tank platoons on their own, food will not be a problem, as Yukari is able to cook food. But get this, using German equipment. You're telling me that this girl is able to be a tank enthusiast, a loader in a key Panzer IV crew, and is able to cook a meal using German mess gear? Talk about a bundle deal, you could have 12 girlfriends and still not get all the features included. So at this point in the video, Yukari has already reached the maximum level of sexual attractiveness on the normal human scale of sexual attractiveness, so now we are forced to use alternative measurements. I refuse to use units from the Japanese, cause look, I ain't no fucking weeb. So instead I will measure using millimeters of rolled homogeneous steel. The human sexual attractiveness scale maxes out at roughly 35 millimeters, about that of the front armor of a Panzer II Ausführung F. By the end of this second point, Yukari has reached a thickness of roughly 50 millimeters, about that of a Panzer III Ausführung J. For the final portion of part 1 of this video, we will be covering possibly the most noted factor. Yukari is dummy thick. I can't say much here, but I'll let this picture from Rule 34 do the talking. Okay, now that that is done, let's compress the results of part 1. Yep. Just as I expected. Yukari has reached the sexual attractiveness equivalent to 80 millimeters of steel. That of the front of the Panzer Kampfwagenwehr Ausführung G. Thank you for watching this video on Joseph Hussein's channel. As we always say, don't take anything too literally, because I can guarantee that there are some freaks saying that I am objectifying women. Please understand that that is not what the goal of the video is, but rather as a parody analysis. But the odds are is that if you are watching this video you really don't give two shits, because you acknowledge a similar concept to what I described. Either way, launch a thrust with your Panzer Waffe straight into that subscribe button for quality shitposting. And click here or in the description for a new related channel about tanks of World War II and facts about them. If the channel is not there, assume something went horribly wrong. Thanks for watching.